Welcome to Xrissart, thanks for joining me, and in this painting demonstration I will be using various pastels including PanPastels, pastel pencils, some soft pastels, on Pastelmat by Clairefontaine. The art supplies I use are PanPastels, bristle brushes, various pastel pencils, brands that is, Pastelmat, Glassine paper to protect work while I'm drawing and painting, a kneaded eraser on hand to use as needed, and a small piece of paper to use as a mixing palette. I won't go through the process stroke for stroke as I express my thoughts while painting on Patreon, which is a great segue to mention. If you would like to view the initial stages of this project, I invite you to join my Patreon channel. The link is in the description box below. You will receive weekly tutorials, real-time, step-by-step projects that would help you on your art journey. The tutorials I have set on my Patreon channel are quite varied, with beginner to intermediate levels. That's not to say that you're a beginner to art, but perhaps maybe some of the projects that I'm doing. More so if you're searching for interesting projects and want to learn how to achieve great effects that would make you feel confident to tackle any project, whether it be small or large, it's worthwhile considering giving these projects a go. This project is not for those who are beginning with PanPastels, but for those who absolutely thrive on detailed pastel work with the techniques I show you here. On a side note, I think this would be great for those coloured pencil artists. Just talking about it has tempted me to do this, but would have to remain on the back burner as I'm deep in with a heap of projects on the go. This project was completed a while back on my Patreon channel, and just giving you a shortcut of the process that went into this project. This project is a surreal, and I would say leaning on the stylized sort of, especially when you see me use a very small bristle brush. And you might say, oh my goodness, why is she using such a small brush? Yes, I have asked myself the same very question, but you see, this teeny weeny little brush gives me the control I need to get into those small sections, amongst other bristle brushes, of course. I knew when I started this project this was going to take me a long time, but I was okay with that, as I knew and know that the viewer will only see the end result and not the amount of time that it took to paint that little leaf or that eye on the chameleon. With that being said, any project that needs an element of precision, it's okay to take your time, as I can't think of any place where I'd rather be than in my favourite art space doing what I do, just taking my time. As in all videos, I talk about my absolute essential tools, as they are Glassine paper, which has so many properties from protecting your artwork to working on your artwork, a kneadable eraser, and the mixing palette, which is just a piece of paper that I mix colours with. During this video demonstration, you may notice from time to time that I work upside down. That's because there are so many petals on flowers and leaves, and it's very easy for me to get lost and lose my place. So I see these as shapes and not as leaves. I invite you to view some of my videos here on this channel. I will put a few playlists in the top right hand corner of this video. My work is more on the surreal theme side, but I do appreciate all kinds of genres, of course. But the surreal themed side is what motivates me to paint. I would love to read what you like to paint. Please comment, as I'm interested what makes you, or what motivates you to paint. You see, there are no rules, just paint and draw. I will let you view the rest of this video. If you've enjoyed this video demonstration, please leave a like and share. My name is Chrissy. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, keep on keeping on.
Mm-hmm.